In my previous video, The Dangers of UK Conspiracy Theorists, I mentioned an associate of Jeanette Archer, Wilfred Wong. Wong is a qualified barrister who had a long career in advocating for persecuted and imprisoned Christians abroad. He was an activist and a parliamentary lobbyist, mainly for these types of human rights issues. He became involved in researching satanic ritual abuse in 1993 during the UK's Satanic Panic, when he was approached by an MP on the subject. It's important to note here that there were some cases of alleged ritual abuse at this time, which gained national attention, with some successful prosecutions. These convictions were later overturned though, with the police and child protection services admitting gross failures stemming from a fear of not taking child abuse seriously enough after the genuine failures of dealing with sexual abuse in earlier decades. Despite the complete lack of evidence of organized criminal satanic cults, Wong stayed focused on this belief. In 2014, he started the Coalition Against Satanic Ritual Abuse. Here, he offers support in helping people get justice against their abusers if they are struggling. A statement which now sounds ominous after recent events, which we will get to. I also have to mention here that Wong gives a list of cases as proof of his claims of a worldwide satanic cult which has infiltrated the police and just about everywhere else. Yet this list consists of mostly lone nutjobs who have abused children or vulnerable people while claiming to be Satanists. Two cases which do involve a group of people seem to be pagan cults and actually have nothing to do with Satanism. There's also no mention of sacrifices, drinking blood, and adrenochrome, and no links to any people in high places in any of Wong's quote-unquote evidence. So cases like this do not prove theories like QAnon or David Icke in any way. On September 30th, 2021, Wong was sentenced to 17 years in prison plus 5 years on license for his large role in the group kidnapping of a child who they believed was a victim of satanic abuse. Wilfred Wong held a knife to the throat of the child's foster mother, while the biological mother grabbed the terrified child from the car seat. He then slashed the tire of the foster mother's car so she couldn't pursue them, and they didn't seem to be bothered by the fact that there was another child already in the car while all this was happening. Who would have guessed that this was the type of help Wong was offering in a bid for justice? The child's mother is facing 14 years and 5 months imprisonment with 5 years on license. The two in charge of the getaway vehicle were sentenced to 15 years and 8 years respectively, and 2 others who served as lookouts were sentenced to 4 years. It's worth noting that despite these people claiming this was a rescue mission, the child went through severe trauma and has now been diagnosed with PTSD. This whole story is another terrible example of why we should leave these things to be dealt with by the appropriate authorities. This whole escapade has caused a lot of damage to a lot of lives and serves as further proof of the dangers in following radical QAnon type conspiracies and vigilantism.